தென்மேற்கு வங்கக்கடலில் நிலவும் காற்றழுத்த தாழ்வு மண்டலம் புதுச்சேரியில் இருந்து 440 கிலோமீட்டர் தொலைவில் மையம் கொண்டிருப்பதாக அந்த செய்தியை பார்த்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். வங்கக்கடலில் தற்பொழுது காற்றழுத்த தாழ்வு மண்டலம் உருவாகி இருக்கும் நிலையில் வருகின்ற 3ஆம் தேதி அது புயலாக மாறும் என்றும் 5ஆம் தேதி முற்பகல் கரையை கடக்க இருக்கும் நிலையில் தற்போது புதுச்சேரிக்கு 440 கிலோமீட்டர் தொலைவில் ஆழ்ந்த காற்றழுத்த தாழ்வு மண்டலம் மையம் கொண்டுள்ளது. தென்மேற்கு வங்கக்கடலில் நிலவும் காற்றழுத்த தாழ்வு மண்டலம் புதுச்சேரியில் இருந்து 440 கிலோமீட்டர் தொலைவில் மையம் கொண்டிருப்பதாக இந்திய வானிலை ஆய்வு மையம் கூறியிருக்கிறது.
Today is 3rd December 2023, early morning, and it has started to rain. The Tamil Nadu weatherman says that it is going to rain for 8 hours continuously, non-stop. Around 11 am, the canal is overflowing and the water started flooding after 20 hours of intense rain, non-stop. In another 2 hours, the water has entered the society, blocked our road, and the street is now running like a river, overflowing canal and overflowing the roads. By now, we already know that this is the repeat of the Great Chennai Flood 2015. The mobile network has stopped, power went off, lift have stopped working, and the society was already underwater by evening. Around 8 pm, our worst fear comes true, the flooding of the basement 1 and 2. All of the cars, motorcycle has to be taken out before the basement gets filled. No one was prepared for the 4th of December 2023. The lift has stopped working, the power has gone out, internet has stopped working, and the society has a strange silence. Power went off last night and it has not come. We don't have power, we don't have network, and we don't have water as well. Hopefully by night they will switch on the DC power and supply us with water.
This flood, this cyclone is what we got in 2015. This is equal to that, but this time we were prepared. We knew that our car would get stuck in the basement, water would come. We knew that there will be water problems, so everybody was prepared and they took precaution. Apart from that, this is just like what we got in 2015. The rainfall is even more, so there is flooding. For people from Casa, Grande and AWHO asking about flooding, obviously flooding is there everywhere in Chennai, but comparatively this place is better because see, it's second day and the road is already dry. Don't compare AWHO and Casa Grande with DLF Garden City and Chemmencgery because it's in low lying area and you have water getting stagnated there, you have water flooding there, but not the same in Casa Grande road or on the road towards AWHO. You can see the road is pretty much dry. Just yesterday night we had heavy rainfall. So you guys are good. Even the AWHO, the Army Welfare Association housing, is also fine. The road alone is the problem because the building is obviously on a very elevated platform.
It's going to be 5 o'clock and we don't have power from last night 9:30. Yesterday also power was there only for 2 hours because cluster 1 of DLF Garden City, they do not have a backup generator. They have 2 generators, one is in the basement. I don't know why we had to keep it in the basement, knowing that this place is a flooded area and you get flood for every rain. And they didn't have diesel. Only today, after the diesel got over or maybe shortage of diesel, they went out and got diesel. Also, you have to understand there are 2 roads which leads to DLF Garden City. One is the Thalambur road and the second one is the road which comes through Chemmencgery. The road which comes to Chemmenchery is flooded. You can't go there, you can't take a car, you can't take a Mahindra Thar, you can't take even a, what do you call it as, that big crane. But the road which is connecting Thalambur, it's fine. You can take your car, you can take even jeep.
In spite of no power and no water, Meena managed to make some pakodi and black coffee.
Meena and Meena's mom is cooking food for 10 bachelor people inside the campus.
This is the condition of the DLF Garden City Road, flooded. The entire Chemmenchery towards Koyamar is flooded. The road is now our swimming pool.
I got few questions, so I thought I'll answer. The first one is by Xavier. First question is by Xavier P. Hi Vinny, hope you're doing good after the recent cyclone. This is the heaviest rainfall in long time. Is there any water logging around DLF or Casa, Grande, Divinity? There is. Water logging was there everywhere in Chennai. Water logging was there in DLF, water logging was there in Casa Grande. But if at all you're buying property in Casa Grande Divinity, then let me tell you a good news. The Casa Grande Divinity is connected by the Thalambur road, which was dry on the second day. Our campus, DLF Garden City, was not connected to the Thalambur road, and that's why we had to face the mobility issue. DLF Garden City comes on the Chemmenchery Road, which was flooded. Thalambur road was flooded, but it got cleared the very next day. Now this rain was a big rain and that's why it was flooded. But normally when we get smaller rains like 150 mm or even 200 mm, that road doesn't get flooded at all. And in fact, DLF Garden City, we use that road as a lifeline whenever there is flood and whenever there is flooding on the Chemmenchery Road. The Thalambur Road, you have no issues. Casa Grande, I flew the drone, and on the day of the cyclone, there was no water inside Casa Grande Divinity. There was patch of water, but there was no water logging. So if at all you are buying property in Casa Grande Divinity and one of your concern is flood, I don't think you should be worrying. Second question I got on YouTube is, was the newly built canal of any use? A lot of people have been talking bad about the canal which is built, saying that it was of no use. A lot of people have been bad mouthing about the canal which is built outside. The rain was 300 millimeter. So obviously it was not able to hold that much amount of rain. Having said that, usually when it rains, it takes 1 week to 10 days time for the water to clear. But this time it got cleared in 2 days. The second day we were able to drive on the Chemmenchery Road because of the canal built. So and also the water has dried this time really fast. We were thinking it's going to take a week time or 10 days time, but on the second day evening the water has almost reduced, and today is the third day and you see everything is back to normal. So yes, the area is still flooded and with every rain it will get flooded, but it got better because of the canal. See, here is the thing. The Thalambur road is actually built on a very good height. So, if at all, the society on either side of Thalambur road is also built on a good height, then you have no problem. Chemmencgery bus depot, which is the tsunami colony, was flooded for a very long time. Even today, our maid who comes from tsunami colony hasn't come because her home is waterlogged. I flew the drone, captured some image, and I saw waterlogging in tsunami colony. You see the DLF Garden City now. Today is the second day, and the place is entirely dry. You see the AWHO, it's dry. You see the Casa Grande is dry. In fact, if you see the barren land on the right side of the Thalambur road, when you go from DLF Garden City, it's completely dry. It doesn't even look like there was 300 millimeter rain just 3 or 4 days back. If at all your house in this area is built in a little elevated place and has a good maintenance team, I don't think you have to worry. I stay in DLF Garden City for 9 years now, and they have a very strong maintenance team. There are few things they could have learned from the 2015 flood or various other floods which have come in the middle and implemented it during this time but having said that, they worked really hard, and life was much easier because of. Now there is another Casa Grande Elon, which is not on the Thalambur road. From Thalambur road you have to get down and travel maybe another half a kilometer to go to Casa Grande Elon, ELAN. Google map that place, and if you see, and that place was flooded. They were using boat to take people in and people out. There was no car or SUV or anything that could go inside. Even today morning when I went to buy milk, I saw that Casa Grande Elon was flooded. One more good news for the people who are planning to buy property on the Thalambur road. That is the Casa Grande Divinity or in AWHO. The water canal which is built has 3 phases, and only two phase is functional now. So water which comes from the west side of Chennai, it flows through the 2 phase which is constructed. There is one more phase to be constructed, and that will be on the Thalambur road. That is going to be 8 feet deep and 12 feet wide. So once that is built, I don't know when they are going to complete that, but it's in pipeline. So once they complete that, I'm 100% sure that the flooding issues in Thalambur road will be solved. There has been other bigger rains which is not to the level of what we got in this cyclone, and there was no flooding. Why? Because of the canal. The canal actually saved us from many other floods which happened during last 1 year. Usually this place gets flooded even if it rains 15 millimeter, and we got saved because of the canal. So once the canal work on the Thalambur is completed, I think all this buildings around the Thalambur road will be very safe. But flood wise, if at all your property is on the Thalambur road, you have a good maintenance team, the property is in a little bit elevated place, you don't have to worry. I took a great deal of risk to fly my drone during the cyclone, and taking my camera out during rain to give you a proper perspective of this place. So if at all my video was of any help to you, please do subscribe. I will be uploading many more videos on cyclone or any flood in this area, because we are planning to stay in this area, and it will be helpful to you if at all you are planning to buy property, or if you already have a property and you are somewhere else. My videos will give you update on any rains and cyclone in this region.